morning, everybody. Everybody. Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna let you just laugh that one up. I'm pretty sure you're dead by now. It's Monday morning and you're dead from laughter. Okay, so I hope you had a good weekend. Mine was okay. I hope you didn't overindulge, as we talked about here, and as Brian also pointed out on his channel. Speaking of which, I did watch the weekly astrology video over on Fixed Air Moon, and it was full of very useful information. And one of my biggest takeaways, the thing that's sticking in my brain right now, is you're about to encounter a lot of BS this week. Just be certain that, you know, get your Bozo filter going, okay? Also, be in tune with your soul. That's one of the things I really have been stressing a lot lately. Get back to you, get back to your center, get calm, meditate, do all that kind of good stuff. And really, you know, if you're a Christian, go to church. You know, if you can. If not, well, then have a moment of prayer or read your Bible. Whatever your flavor is, do it. So today it's Rider-Waite, Starseed, Viking Oracle. Still looking at a couple other Oracle decks books. I'm also looking into an astrology book. So this is going to take a little time, people. So have some patience. The other decks will come along. Okay. Get those Bozo filters going. Okay, so I told you this week I was going to be experimenting with some spreads that will probably bring the time down a little bit, and I think I'm going to do that. We're still going to do mind, body, and soul. What does our body need? What does our mind need? What does our soul need? However, I'm only going to do 3 cards. Okay, so we're going to pop those out right now. So our body, Emperor, our mind, the Ten of Wands, and our soul, the Knight of Cups. What I love about the Emperor card is that he sits there. He does not care. That guy is sitting on fact. I can tell you that right now. Definite Aries energy. I can see that from the ram's heads on his throne. And of course, so, but the other thing about the Emperor that I like is there's a kingship about him. There's an authority. You need to be an authority over your body right now. Are you listening? Right now, if you need to make any changes, whether that's in your diet, whether that's you need to just go out for a walk occasionally, whatever it is, be in control of you. Like I said last weekend, and this was from Brian's channel as well, being in control of yourself is going to be important. It's going to be important, you know, today too. So please, you know, whatever you do, exercise a little control there. I think it'll really help you. With that Ten of Wands, you're actually going to be completing something today. You are in control of it, and that's the other thing. You're gonna finish up a lot of stuff today. So you're actually carrying a lot of burden and responsibility. I mean, you could see it from the way he's really trying to wrestle with that group of staffs there. Don't worry about the burden of it. Just kind of push through it. You're gonna finish all that today. And then that Knight of Cups, if you notice, he's not really moving. This is going to be some emotional energy, definitely with that cup there. And what comes of that one? Well, the Knight of Cups, of course, now you get to chase a little whimsy again. You get to get a little fanciful. My caution is don't get too fanciful. Okay, stay grounded. Stay grounded. You're going to be living in your head a lot especially today, because this is a reading for today. But don't get too out there. Know that you have to make things happen. You have to do some work. You know, you're in control, but you got to do some work. Can't just sit there living in your head. Okay? Now let's go for a little starseed here. We're going into space. I get that. I really didn't want to. At first I was just going to do straight tarot, but I was like, yeah, they're kind of used to those oracles too. The oracles do give a little insight on how our day's going to look. So, body. We have baby steps. Mind. Forge don't follow. And soul cracked open. Okay. So with the baby steps, it says this, and these three go together. Okay, so this looks like some big steps being taken, even though the first card is baby steps. Baby steps, journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step, and you keep taking those steps until you've reached 1,000 miles. So follow your intuition before it makes sense. I kind of like that summary. However, I know some of you aren't going to like that, so let me see what's jumping out. Here we go. First thing out the gate. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling. You know, Brian said this all over on his channel, and if you haven't looked, go look at that weekly astrology video. You've got to be listening to your soul. If your soul is saying, this isn't right, this is wrong, stop. One of Brian's tweets was, for you, is it about the income or the outcome? Hey, for me, this is about the outcome. I'm trying to give you a little insight here. As long as you get something from this, I'm happy. Okay? So forge don't follow. Lead. You know, do something different. Go a little off that beaten path. Again, if this doesn't feel right, you're going to have to do something. Find something that speaks to you. If you got to take something temporary, take something temporary, but in the meantime, find that something that speaks to you, speaks very loudly to you, and do it. Throw yourself at it. You know, if someone says you can't do that, respond with, watch this. Okay, and cracked open. Cracked open, it says rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Right now, you're going to feel stripped down. You're going to feel stripped down and bared. You're going to feel vulnerable. That doesn't mean you're weak. Okay? You can still be very strong and be vulnerable. The thing is, the most important thing is that the universe is talking to you. This is karma kicking you in the butt saying, hey, this isn't right for you. Okay? And don't let it get you down is the main thing. Okay, listen to this. When your heart cracks open, a space is created for your soul to more fully enter. When your soul cracks open, a space is created for the grace of the Spirit to enter. Let your trials, your sorrows, your pains, and your losses transform you into more and more of yourself. People, if you're already in your soul, as Brian would say, if you're already in your truth, this is not going to be a problem. What it's going to do is it's going to amplify you. So whatever happens today, don't let it get you down. Let it amplify you. Finally, we're going to, and you know what, I didn't even pull a guide card today. I should probably do that. Let's see who's been guiding us. Jeez. Here I am sitting there rambling on. And the 9 worlds. The 9 worlds is what's been guiding us. So the 9 realms, the 9 worlds, however you want to put it. That includes us, people. We are one of those 9 worlds. And it's very important that we realize that. Oh, okay. Wasn't what I thought. So let's see what it says about the 9 worlds. Because honestly, this is a card I've not seen yet. So the mighty ash holds all 9, and the weird it flows through, all ends, all beginnings, all thoughts, each a place for someone, sky earth, trees, ice, fire, death, light, all united, all home. Everything is connected. The fate of one affects the fate of all. Unite for a cause. Darkness and light, good and evil, beginnings and endings, birth and death are all connected. We are never alone. You know, I know some of you are going to roll your eyes when I mention this. There's the crowd of people, the Q crowd, that love to say, where we go one, we go all. That's basically what that card is saying. Okay? But here's the thing. The reason that statement is profound, and I think the statement's profound, I can go with that statement without getting political about it. The reason that statement is profound is because we have to be within our soul's truth this week. Brian pointed that out. You really should go watch that video. Go to fixedairmoon.com, subscribe for $5 a month. It's totally worth it. And then on top of that, we really have to trust our hearts, and we have to use our Bozo filters and cut through the BS. We're going to be encountering a lot of that this week. At least that's what he says. I can also kind of, yeah, that was something that resonated with me. So don't be quick to just accept any old thing. Trust, but verify. Understand me? Okay, great. Let's see what whispers or secrets the Nine Worlds has for us. And I've already shuffled it, but I'm going to give it a quick overhand. Again, trust but verify. So we have we have Burkano, and we have Laguz. Okay, so is, of course, like I said, this is a monument. This is sort of like death, because that one you could see like it's stone with weapons that are just laying there. They're not doing anything, but apparently they belong to whoever lays there. But it does say, set your boundaries clearly and you'll be protected. Okay, that's a good message, if anyone. Definitely there it is again. Have courage today. You're gonna need it. Burkano is of course a seedling. It's also the birch tree. But from something small and insignificant, something big will grow. A birth, literal or figurative, will change your life. Take the current opportunity for a fresh start. Keep your plans close to your chest. Silence is wisdom's best reply. So we have a card that symbolizes death. We also have a card, hey, here's the good news. Whatever's going on, that was, you know what, we have that completion there, right? You want to be in charge of things. You want to forge your own path. You're going to be vulnerable. Don't let it squash you. There's something's going to die today. Something in your life. Maybe, probably not a person, okay? Probably just something you were working on. It's going to go away, but something new is going to come up. Don't start running around talking about your plans. Just keep them close to your chest. Now, Laguz, I'll tell you right now, that's water. Why is that so important? Well, you got to water a seedling, right? I mean, that just goes without saying, in my opinion. Don't push forward. Do not force the issue. There's a time and place for everything. Allow things to come to you now. Be refreshed by a slower pace. Allow yourself to dream. Use your imagination more fully. We've seen this before. It concerns itself with imagination and dreaming. There's that saying, still waters run deep. That's true. And the overall message here, what we've been getting from this is, whatever happens today, don't let it get you down. Be at peace with yourself. Try to use your BS filter a bit today. Trust what your heart's saying. Trust what your soul's saying. When they speak to you, run with them. Don't question it. Run with them. Like it says. Right? Was it? Yeah. not here. There you go. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Hey, for some of you, if that means, you know, ditch the job you're in because you got this other project you really need to focus more fully on, do it. If that's what your soul is telling you because you're feeling scummy every time you come home from work, you don't need to be there. But be in control of you today. Okay? Be your own master. You know, if you're a woman, be mistress of your own destiny. And that's really all I have for you. You're going to need a little attention. You're going to need a slower pace. Don't worry about that. That's what you're here for. That's what you're born to do. Alright guys, I got to get going. I got to get this thing baked down and up on the YouTubes here. So, I love you all. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for visiting with me and having tea with me this morning. As always, shine on.